Hi everybody, welcome back to Simply Scuba. Today I typed in scuba reel into Google to see what questions popped up, and no surprise it headed down the SMB route as well, but let's dive straight in with the first question. What is a scuba reel for? There are a few different uses for a reel whilst diving. The most common one is sending up a DSMB towards the end of the dive, but there are all sorts of uses for reels and lines underwater. A reel can be a really handy way to organize a search pattern if you're searching for something that's on the bottom. One diver sits in the middle and slowly pays out line as the other diver swims in an ever-expanding circle, holding onto the other end of the line, or using the line to lay out a straight search line pattern along the bottom. Laying out guidelines is an important skill when you're diving in an overhead environment. Getting lost in an overhead environment like a cave or a shipwreck can be fatal, so divers will pay out a guideline from the entrance behind them so that they can follow it back to safety if they ever get turned around or lost inside. Even in zero visibility, a diver can follow that line all the way back to safety. Without that, they just have to follow the walls, which is even more dangerous. But for most dives, it's really for sending up a DSMB. What is the difference between a spool and a reel? There are three different types of device that divers use: a finger spool, a ratchet reel, and a guide reel. Finger spools are by far the simplest, and they're just a spindle with a certain amount of line wrapped onto it. It'll have lots of holes around the sides and a double ender to lock that line at a certain length when you need to. Reels will have a spindle that can turn that's attached onto a handle, usually with a one-way ratchet mechanism so that you can wind the line back in but only pay outline when you actually hold down a button. The third type is for paying out guidelines in those overhead environments, and they have the same spindle and handle or a similar handle. It's ever so slightly different, but they don't have a ratchet mechanism. They're free to turn and they typically hold a lot more line. But simply, a spool is the simplest and smallest. A reel is a spool with a handle that can be easier to use if you've got thick gloves on, but they're a bit bulkier and they have moving parts that you have to maintain. And then you get a guideline, which is just for paying out guidelines. What is a SMB in scuba? An SMB is a surface marker buoy. Strictly, an SMB is a buoy that you inflate at the start of the dive and then you tow it behind you during the dive so that the surface knows exactly where you are at all times. This, though, can be quite tedious and tiring, and it just takes up one of your hands when you're in the water, so most divers today carry a DSMB. A DSMB is a delayed surface marker buoy. That comes down with you, it's deflated at the start of the dive, you carry it around during the dive, and then you inflate it towards the end of the dive so it shoots up to the surface to let people on the surface know where you are and where you're planning to surface. SMBs and DSMBs are typically bright red so that they show up on the surface really well, and they match the nautical diver down flag, which is red and white, but you might see the blue and white flag sometimes in certain waters. But that bright red buoy just tells boats to stay away because divers are underneath the surface, just under the surface, and it tells your boat where to come pick you up. Without one, just a few bubbles on the surface are really hard to notice when you're going any speed, and even with your head just sticking out on the surface, a wave can easily hide your head. But a 5-foot long bright red sausage? Do I need a reel for my SMB? I mean, only if you want to get it back at the end of the dive, yeah. You can, of course, send up a buoy without a reel, but it's like releasing a helium balloon with no string. It's just going to keep on going, and then once it reaches the surface, it's just going to follow the current, so you're going to lose it. Quite a few surface marker buoys, the permanent ones, will come with a length of orange line, but it's often just literally loose line, so managing it in the water can be a bit of a pain. I have known some divers just cut 5 meters of line and then just leave that attached to the DSMB, usually like wrapped around it. You unravel it before the 5 meter safety stop and then just send the buoy up. Just be aware that any snag in that line will just yank it out of your hand and away your buoy and string goes on the surface. And if you're deeper than 5 meters, boom, again, it goes. It's better to dive with a reel or a spool so that you can control how much line that you pay out and it stays nice and neatly organized in and out of the water, because too much loose line in the water can just wrap around and tangle things up. So it's best to keep everything organized with a reel or a spool. How do you inflate an SMB underwater? There are a few different methods to inflate a DSMB underwater, and it depends on the style of DSMB. If the DSMB has an open bottom, then you can just exhale into it with your regulator or your mouth, or you can use your octo to pump some air into the bottom of it. But many buoys today are closed to keep any air from escaping once it reaches the surface. Closed buoys usually have tubes near the bottom with a spring fitting, similar to those oral inflate tubes that you see on pre-flight safety briefings on those life jackets on an aeroplane. Some will have a fitting that's very similar to your BCD, the inflator hose, just without the locking mechanism. You can use these to pop the inflator hose onto it, give it a push, and your regulator will fill it up very, very quickly. Without that locking mechanism, it just pops off of your inflator hose so it doesn't yank and pull you up with it, and it just goes up to the surface. This can also be inflated orally by literally blowing into that tube. This is the preferred method nowadays so that your buoyancy doesn't actually change very much. So some designs have actually have a mouthpiece to blow into instead of that inflator hose. Just make sure that you tie it onto a reel or a spool first, obviously. And that's it today. There's a whole bunch of reels, spools and DSMBs on our website, simplyscuba.com. I'm going to pop a link down in the description below so you can check them out. Remember to take this time to hit that subscribe button. We release videos all the time about the latest scuba diving equipment, as well as tips and tricks. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.